Hello and welcome to OzToyReviews. It's Oz here, and today we're going to review 3 different Mighty Micro sets. So in each set there's 2 different Mighty Micros. So what we'll do is we'll open each one up, we'll assemble them, and then we'll check them out. And I originally bought a ton of these, like about 6 or 9 of these boxes for those Lego bust up brawls I have where they turn into robots and have big fights. So if you see any of these and you want to see them fight as a robot, then just let me know in the comments. Now first up, let's check out the Marvel Superheroes Mighty Micros Spider-Man versus Scorpion. And before we start assembling, let's quickly check out the back. So what's on there? So we got Spider-Man throwing a spider at the Scorpion. Scorpion's vehicle there with its cool kind of claws on the side. And there's a Scorpion right there about to get squashed by Spider-Man. There's a few of the other sets. We're reviewing that one and that one in this video, not that one. We'll do that one next time. Now let's open it up. Okay, now here's what comes in each box. So you can see there's 2 packets of Lego, and we got the instructions, I think, for Spider-Man. So Spider-Man's instructions. Oh, he's got a weird eye. And this would be the Scorpion's instructions. And then in the middle, what's this one? Okay, a parts list, so if anything is missing from that list, then you know it's missing and you can contact the customer service to get another one. And wow, it's kind of like a poster. It shows you 3 different sets. So one with Captain America and some sort of Captain America plane, some sort of Captain America robot with Iron Man and some dude in a flying car. And who's this? She-Hulk, Green Hulk, Red Hulk, and is there a red She-Hulk? I don't know who that is. But it looks awesome. Those cars look cool. Anyway, that's that done, so let's start assembling! Now, on the Lego website, this one is called the Spider-Man Spider Buggy. And it kinda looks like it's been designed to be fast and small and nimble, kinda like Spider-Man. Like it's got a simple design, just blue and red. It's got big fast looking exhausts at the back, or maybe turbo boosters, who knows. It's got headlights and then a big rear wheel and a small front wheel, maybe so it can turn faster or have a smaller turning circle so it can turn in a smaller space. But it looks really cool. And the little Spider-Man that comes in it, he looks pretty cool, but it looks like he could be wearing his pajamas because his Spider-Man costume is very simple. Just blue and red and not much detail to it, and I don't know if he's meant to be winking or maybe he's passing gas or maybe he's got a spider in his pants. I'm not too sure, but he looks pretty cool. I just wish he wasn't winking because it's just a little bit weird. Oh, and you can't forget his pet spider, because of course Spider-Man has a pet spider. He throws them at everyone. Haven't you seen Spider-Man throw spiders at people? Anyway, on to the Scorpion. Now, you won't see this written on the box, but on the Lego website, this is called the Scorpio Speeder. Now, it's very likely that this is my favorite Mighty Micro. It's hard to beat Thanos' awesome power glove vehicle, but this one's pretty cool second. Now, if we ignore how awesome Scorpion looks, we'll focus on the vehicle. So as you can see, it's got a cool, huge engine, like a big V8 engine sticking out the front there, so it's going to be very fast and very powerful. And also it's got big thick wheels and quite a thick body, so it's obviously quite strong and quite fast. And now you can't miss those 2 big kind of scorpion arms or crab-like arms coming out the side of the vehicle. And then with that combined with the scorpion's tail, it makes it look like a Scorpion with wheels, basically. It looks awesome. Now let's quickly talk about Scorpion. So he looks really cool. I like how his face looks normal, like he's not going to the toilet unlike Spider-Man. His costume looks awesome. But the biggest, bestest, awesomest thing yet is his awesome big scorpion tail. It goes behind him and looks like that claw at the top will be really deadly and really poisonous. And also, this isn't normal, but both of these guys come with their own little super pet. So like I said, Spider-Man has his own little spider, which he chucked at people, and the Scorpion comes with a little toy scorpion. Now, our second one we're going to open up today is Mighty Micros Batman vs. Killer Moth. And on the front you can see there's Killer Moth, there's Batman, and if we spin it around on the back here, there's Batman throwing a batarang, dong, and hits the back of Killer Moth's Mothmobile, and he comes flying out, and I can see the stink lines coming from his gun and the nozzle of his Mothmobile. And who else have we got here? So we got Batman vs. Bizarro, Batman vs. Killer Moth, which was this one, and then Wonder Woman vs. Doomsday, which I don't have. I've got pretty much all of them except that one. But it's really cool. Now let's open it up and start assembling. Now, here we have Mothman and his Mothmobile. Now, if you don't know much about Mothman, he hasn't been around a long time. Like, he was one of Batman's original villains who he had fought. And his powers were very similar to Batman's. Like, he would have a moth signal, he'd have the Mothmobile, and he would rely on a lot of gadgetry and cool technological tricks and gadgets. Instead of, having any sort of superpowers. So he was very similar to Batman, but just kind of weirder, if that's possible. Now let's talk about this Mothmobile. Now, do you remember when I mentioned Spider-Man's spider buggy was kind of boring? Well, this one's the opposite. It's got a ton of weird Mothman features, like the moth space at the front of it with his big oogly orange eyes. It's got 2 wings on either side, and then an awesome stinger on his bum or at the back of the car. Now, Mothman's outfit is just as weird and zany as his Mothmobile. Now, as you can see, he comes with fluorescent orange pants, a purple top, fluorescent orange gloves, a moth on his chest, bright orange wings, and then a green cap with little antennae. And don't forget, he comes with a cool ray gun. Now here we have the mini Batcopter. Now it's kind of not like his normal huge Batcopter. Maybe this is the Batcopter that Robin flies in just to learn how to fly a real helicopter. Who knows, but it's very cool. As you can see, it comes with a kind of cockpit canopy, that kind of glass window that goes in front of Batman. It's got a propeller on the top, and then you see the back has got a rudder, as well as 2 little cool rockets that will propel him along. It looks really awesome. Now here we have Mighty Micro Batman. Now this Batman, it kind of looks more like Batman's son, or like a child, kind of like a child lost at the shopping center who's been walking around wearing a Batman costume. But this one's like an angry child because he had some candies in his pocket and they've all melted, so he's like, I'm lost and angry. But he looks very cool, and I'll put a proper sized Batman behind him just so you can see full scale how little he is compared to the regular Lego Batman. Okay, now it's time for number 3. So we got Iron Man vs. Thanos. And I've been looking forward to opening this one for ages because of that cool Infinity Gauntlet car. It looks like the coolest out of all of them yet. And we'll see what's on the back. So we got Thanos with his regular type Infinity Gauntlet. And then there it is again there, the car. And Iron Man seems to be taking off all the Infinity Gems off it. And there's his car there in the background. Now the other guys we can get, which are features on this box, we got Spider-Man vs. Scorpion, which we've already reviewed, Iron Man vs. Thanos, which is this one, and Wolverine vs. Magneto, which we've got, but we'll open it another day. Now let's open this one up and assemble the cars. Now here we have the Mighty Micros Iron Racer, driven by Iron Man himself. Now it looks really cool, and I particularly like the back end of it where you can see it's got all the thrusters or rockets or engines, I don't know what you want to call them, but they look very cool and look very much like something that Iron Man would have on any of his kind of vehicles. So it's really awesome. And also, if you take a look at the little Iron Man figure on the right, you'll see that he's very small. He's got a very simple Iron Man costume on. Again, it kind of looks like his pajamas, Iron Man pajamas. And the helmet you can take off, and it also comes with some hair which you can put onto the little Lego head underneath, and then it looks like Tony Stark, which is cool. And he also comes with a wrench. Now here we have what the Lego site calls the Thanos Gauntlet GT Speeder. Now GT stands for Gran Turismo, which is something what they say when a vehicle is particularly fast or particularly powerful. So it means this is a very powerful, very awesome car. Now let's go over all the details of this cool Gauntlet speeder. So first up, you can tell, obviously it looks like Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet. See, it's gold. At the back of it, you can see it's a circle, like where the gauntlet would fit onto his arm. And then it's got the 5 fingers, of course, and then the thumb. And then on the knuckles of the glove, or the area in front of where Thanos is sitting, you'll see it's got the 5 Infinity Gems. And I don't know, but this guy would be awesome in one of those Lego Basher Brawl movies I have, where we make giant robots out of vehicles and stuff like that. Imagine a robot with the Infinity Gauntlet on his arm. That would be so cool. Now, before I forget, let's quickly talk about Thanos, or Little Thanos. So as you can see, again, he's a miniature version of Thanos. He's got like a very simplified version of his costume on, like there's not as much detail as usual. He's still got his huge shoulder pads and creepy face with giant smile, and he's wearing a small version of the Infinity Gauntlet on his hand. And check him out, if you put on Tony Stark's hair on him, he looks hilarious. Okay, now we're pretty much all finished, but before we do, let's check out each vehicle we've opened today. So first up, we got the Scorpion Speeder. And then in the same box, we got Spider-Man and the Spider-Man Go-Kart. And then shortly after that, we got the Batman Helicopter. And then in that same box, we got the Killer Moth Mothmobile, which is cool. And then after those ones were probably my favorite too. It was the Mighty Micro Iron Racer. And then, I don't know if it's gonna fit, but then very last we had Thanos' GT Speeder, or Gauntlet GT Speeder. Let's squash him in there. So there we have it. So we got the Scorpion, Spider-Man, Batman, Mothman, Iron Man, and Thanos. Now guys, I've got a ton more Mighty Micros like these ones, so if you like this video and want me to do a review of the remaining, 4 or 5 boxes I've got like this, then let me know by clicking the thumbs up like button, or if you just enjoyed the video. And if you like this channel and like what we do here, please click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. But now that's it, so I hope you have a great week guys, take care of yourself, and I will catch you next time.